¿Estás viendo eso? Allá, ve el cielo. Ah, claro, es la cosa solar. ¿Eh? Sí, vámonos. Vámonos rápido. Ponte unos tenis yo.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. As seen in the video footage right there, the skies were lit up as an earthquake hit Mexico last night. 8.1 magnitude earthquake. Terrifying. Many people killed. Prayers, of course, are with those people's families and the people who are going through all of this stuff, all of this weaponized weather around the world. Now, people want to say it's not weaponized weather. You're entitled to your own opinion. But things don't happen coincidentally the way that they're happening right now. And I know people jump in and they'll say it's God acting. Maybe it is. But we know that they have the ability to control weather. We know that they have that capability. That's clear. This video right here that you just saw of the sky lighting up like that before an earthquake is not normal by any stretch of the imagination. That is not something you normally see before and during an earthquake. Now, we know that they have HAARP and they have other things where they shoot rays into the ionosphere to manipulate weather, to control weather. Obviously, I've documented that. Many people have documented that through geoengineering, what they're capable of, what the CIA's been doing, what they've used in warfare, including Vietnam, weaponized warfare. This is not normal. Not normal by any stretch. That the sky would light up like this. Meanwhile, you have 3 hurricanes, 3. One of which is a Category 5, Irma, with Jose and Katia, all heading towards the U.S. and Mexico. The footage apparently shows glowing lights above what is believed to be Mexico City as fierce 8.1 magnitude tremors rattled the nation's capital last night. Multicolored flashes can be seen as buildings and lamp poles shake below during an earthquake that has so far claimed 6 lives. Now, I believe that number is up in the 50s now. This article is a little bit older. It happened, or at least this article came out right as soon as it happened. The lights immediately sparked speculation online, with social media users suggesting a range of explanations, including thunderstorms, a solar phenomenon, and even a reflection from city lights. So no one's talking about... See how they're hiding this and they're covering this up? All of us who are aware of what the government is up to are talking about weaponized weather, right? They're saying, oh, speculations of thunderstorms, solar phenomenons, reflection from city lights. They aren't even mentioning that because they know that there's truth behind it. But this is where it gets comical. One possible explanation is so-called earthquake lights, rare flashes in the sky that occur during tremors. Huh? Oh, is this a new phenomenon? Well, according to National Geographic, scientists in 2014 wrote a paper suggesting such lights were caused by electrical properties of certain rocks. Huh? Yeah, guess what? I wrote a paper, and it suggests that the government knows how to manipulate weather and use it as a weapon in this silent war on the citizens of this country and other countries. Is that going to get posted in National Geographic? This is what they do. They know that all the stuff that they do sometimes has a little bit of backfire on them, right? We know they want to track us and monitor us around the clock, and they do. Everybody's walking around on a phone. Every light pole, every stoplight has a camera on it. You got people walking around flying drones like it's cool, just recording people, without getting their consent. I mean, everyone's being recorded and listened to and monitored. And that's what they want. But they're aware that what comes with that is something like this. So they can get caught using and weaponizing weather by shooting things into the ionosphere, because there's going to be somebody out there filming. It's pretty much going on around the clock. So somebody happened to film it. It got captured, grabbed, and shared. But they came out in 2014 because these kinds of things have been seen before. So what they do is they come out with these stories to give an explanation that they've suddenly figured out as to why there's rare flashes in the sky. Never heard about it in the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. Suddenly, scientists just figured out it's something to do with electrical properties of certain rocks. You're not calling BS on that? In 2014, they just suddenly decided this because so many people were documenting these weird flashes and phenomenons in the sky, connecting it to geoengineering, and then shooting rays into the ionosphere. I mean, come on. People will hear this and they just go, no, no, no. Scientists, National Geographic, those are trigger words, so people automatically will respect what they're hearing. Oh, that's got to be right. And there they go. They go on to say the lights can sometimes take many different shapes, forms, and colors, according to a professor of physics at San Jose State University and a senior researcher at NASA's Ames Research Center. So that kind of sums up all you need to know. We all know what a joke and a scam NASA is. And obviously, this professor is clearly a Freemason at the very least, amongst other things. His previous theories attempting to explain the lights included the idea that the Earth's magnetic field is disrupted by tectonic stress. But this professor at San Jose University said in his paper, when nature stresses certain rocks, electric charges are activated as if you switched on a battery in the Earth's crust. Huh? Oh, right. I mean, has anyone else seen this going on with rocks? Suddenly rocks are putting on light shows in the sky? Yeah, absolutely. Didn't hear about that in school. I guess they just figured it out all of a sudden, right? Why don't you go outside, kick some rocks together? It's going to form a laser beam into the sky. I mean, give me a break. Give me an absolute break with the crap they come up with that people believe. Oh, that's why he says he's a professor. And he's got connections to NASA, so he must be smart. So we have to take this scumbag's word for it. Because remember, everybody's too naive to think that there'd be any type of conspiracy going on where people want world power and world domination and control over all of us. No. It says basalts and gabbros, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Don't really care. Two types of rocks, let's put it that way, are particularly given to the phenomenon as they have small defects in their crystals. And when a wave hits, electrical charges may be released. Yeah, this is news to everybody. So suddenly they have answers for these phenomenons in the sky, but they're not mentioning anything about HAARP, anything about what's going on at CERN. None of that. No. These rocks are present in giant underground vertical structures in some areas with the dikes. No comment. Funneling charges along, according to the scientists who added, the charges can combine and form a kind of plasma-like state which can travel at very high velocities and burst out at the surface to make electrical discharges in the air, creating the dramatic light shows. It is not the first time such lights have appeared. Small flames of light were seen above a stone street seconds before the 2009 earthquake in Italy. There were also reports of faint rainbow of light before the 1906 earthquake in San Francisco. Right, rainbow in San Francisco, 1906.
Do we M&Ms? Ow.
1906, sure. It sounds very convenient. All of this stuff just happening now, folks. They just figured it out with the rocks and the lights in the sky. In other words, it happened, they got caught, and they come up with these lies and these excuses to deflect attention off of what they're doing. That's all that they ever do. Now there's rumors of a potential tsunami in Mexico, so please continue to keep people in your prayers all around. Because we have people in Florida right now, South Carolina, who are in the path of this devastating storm. Everyone in the Caribbean who's been affected. My prayers go out to you and your families. I know everybody's in need of prayers. So hopefully prayer warriors out there are sending prayers. And now the rumors of a tsunami coming. So, I don't know. You tell me. I've documented it. I've talked about it. Others have who are more, experts in this area have been talking about it for a long time. We've shown the United Nations talking about it. We've shown John F. Kennedy, the CIA admitting to it. Kissinger admitting to the involvement of it, at least during the Vietnam War. The capability to do all these things. You don't hear them mentioning that. They're just coming out and deflecting, giving you fake answers because people are seeing some of these things and they're going, oh, no, those are just phenomenons. We would never do that. And it's all happening at once. Harvey, now 3 hurricanes, an earthquake, all in the same area. You know what I mean? We're talking Harvey and we're talking Mexico right below here, with Katia lingering right in that zone. Depopulation agenda. How these people operate, right? Destruction. Out of the destruction comes the rebirth. That is the belief of these evil, wicked people. The Ouroboros, most of their symbols, the snake eating its own tail, that's what it means. The constant rebirth. Too many people go, well, why would they destroy what is theirs? Well, guess who's repaying to build it anyway? The taxpayers, not the elites. They're asking you for your money to help these people. And that money isn't going to help these people. It's going to build and erect new monuments there, new satanic monuments for them, just like they did with the World Trade Center. You don't think that's a satanic monument with a pyramid reflecting off of water? One World Trade Center, and they have the Oculus right next to it, the Phoenix Rising. I mean, come on. We're all smarter than that. We should be, at least. So again, this is what occurred last night. Keep all of these people in your prayers as the Irma approaches, as these rumors now of tsunamis potentially happening. This is weaponized weather warfare, in my belief. I know others out there will have a different belief, and that's okay too. I know what the Bible says about these things, but I also know what kind of liars and deceivers and manipulators these people are. And some of this stuff is just not normal that we're seeing. It's not normal behavior as far as storms go. A storm sitting on top of Houston for that long a period of time. It's just too suspicious, way too suspicious that this storm, now Irma, is coming a week later at a Category 5 with 2 other hurricanes, with an earthquake where the flashes in the sky are seen. So keep all these people in your prayers. I will also. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.